this tutorial I will be talking about the fifth of toolbars, which is the draw toolbar. If I just click on it, a list will be shown. There are multiple options in it, like lines, arcs, shapes and sandbox. So I will just go through them one by one and just keep up with me. First is the line. You can see there are further two options, which is line and the freehand. You can use these options from here also. If I click on it, I will have a line command, which is, as you see, the straight line. It will draw in any direction as I want it, but the line will be straight. Then the second option is the freehand. Freehand is actually if you want to draw it like free of any constraint or some things, you will just draw it. You can also select the same freehand tool from here, this extra large tool set. Then after that I will again go to the click and I will go through the arcs. In the arcs there are further four options, like arc, 2-point arc or 3-point arc or pi. You can select some of these options from here also, or you can select similarly these options from this extra large tool set. If you want to draw circles, like you can draw a circle in any axis, it will just first of all select a point of the radius, center of the circle. Then after that just give the radius, I will put the amount of like 6 feet. Enter. Okay. Then after that, if I go to the arcs, these are like if I do not click and just put my cursor over here, this will give me the options like this is a 2-point arc, this is 3-point arc, and it's a pi and it's arc. So you can also select from these options as well. It's totally up to you. Just practice on it and you will see some of the feasibility and accessibility, which one is better to use. For me, I will recommend this extra large tool set. After that, there are the shapes. These shapes are like rectangular or rotated rectangle or circle or polygon. These options are also available in the extra large tool set. For rectangle, the shortcut key is R, or if you press R, or in this case just click on it. First it will ask you for dimensions. It's totally up to you. Just if you watch the screen, and I will give one dimension like 4 feet of one axis, then comma, and then 8 feet of another axis, and you see it will give me the rectangle of my required size. I can draw this rectangle from the extra large tool set as well. Like this is the icon for a rectangle, and if I want to draw the rotated rectangle, then I will click on it, and these are the circles. These four are basically the shapes. After that, there is a sandbox option, which further will give me if I want to draw like some objects or some shapes from the contours or from the scratch. Personally, I wouldn't recommend to use this sandbox from here. In fact, I will use the sandbox toolbar from this toolbar. Like I wouldn't go to that list. So I will be explaining to you the same things one by one, which are available here, like from contours and from sketch. Here only there are two options. So in this case, this one is from contours, and the second option is from sketch, and there are multiple other options which I will be explaining to you in this tutorial. So let's go first of all to from contours. From contours, I will just draw some rough lines, and on the different levels. I wouldn't go into the details of the definitions of contours. You can Google it, but for now I will draw some different lines by a freehand tool, and I would like to view this on top so that my lines are all in a single plane. Okay, this one. Then after that I will bring this circle here just to make a contour to view and give it a different height. Yes, as in the contours I don't need any plane, so I will erase it. I just need the lines. Okay, now I will just select these lines and I will click on from contours. It will give me an absurd shape, but it is depending upon the two lines which I have earlier drawn. So you can practice these things. If you have contours from AutoCAD file, you can import it and then you can draw your terrain. Then the next option is from the scratch. Like from the scratch, if I click on it, it will give me an option like grid. So I click on it, and as you can see, in one direction it is giving me the options of the length in one direction. I will click on it, and then after that I will go to another direction and just click. So this is a grid which I needed for my further work. Now how I will use this grid. So I will double click on it to explode it. Okay. So now it is exploded. Now I can edit it. For this purpose I will go to the third option, which is smooth. Smooth work if you want to add a little bit curvature surface on a plane. Like if you want to create a bulge or a dome or anything on a plane surface, you have to use the smooth option. So first of all, it will ask me about the radius. Here it is given 30. If I change this radius to, okay, you see, this bulge is depending upon my cursor size. If I drag it too much high, the shape a little bit will be absurd. So keeping in view of the circular shape, I will move just a little bit up. So okay, it is done. Now again I will click on here and I will create another bulge, or it will just work like if you see a diagram of the time-space gravity. If you want to create on the Google Sketchup, this is your tool. Then after that there is the option of which is the fourth option, that is called the stamp option. So the stamp option is basically to divide one rectangle into two triangles. I click on it. If I click on it, it will draw divide that rectangle into two triangles. If again I click on it, it will give me this option. After that there is the option of drape. Basically drape is used if you want to draw a design on an irregular surface. Like I want to draw a map. I will draw it on a simple plane map. First of all I will draw a rectangle and I will draw a random design on it. This I will move it up above. Okay, here, and I will drape it over there. Now you can see I have like drawn my design, which I have drawn on my plane surface. It is drawn on the irregular shape, so it is useful for mapping if you don't have a regular or plane surface. This is it for today. For more content, please like my page and share it with your friends. This mostly for the designers and architects, and especially share this page to those who are at the learning stage, and If you have some questions, please do ask in the comment section. In this tutorial I will be talking